Hey folks, David Dorman here with Century 21 Cariotti. I want to talk to you today a little bit about pre-qualification. For some buyers, that seems like, I think, a dirty word. They think, why do you need to know whether I'm qualified or not? Don't you think I have any money? It's not the reason why we ask for it. Let me be clear here. A pre-qualification letter says to a potential seller that you're able to purchase their home. To me, it says, okay, this person's done some homework and they're ready to start that buying process. But the reason we do it isn't just for that. I think it's important to understand that knowledge is power. When you're going to buy a home, you may or may not know all of the details about what getting a loan really involves. Not just the process, but what do the numbers look like? So you need to know things like, okay, if I borrow this much money, how much money of a down payment, how much money do I need to bring for a down payment? What does that monthly payment look like? A lot of folks, they assume they know how much they can spend, but the reality is, in any market, adding an extra $10,000 or $15,000 to your assumed amount you can borrow can be the difference between a home you like and a home you love. So we want to make sure that we're putting you in front of a professional who can truly determine what you can afford. And let's talk about what you can afford versus what you qualify for. There are a lot of people that say, oh my gosh, I qualify for $500,000. But then when they look at the numbers all together, along with taxes, insurance, homeowners association dues, and the monthly payment, they go, well, I guess on paper I can afford that, but I don't want to pay that much per month. So it's important to know exactly what all those numbers mean before you get out looking at homes. Now, for me, I'll take anybody out a first time. I give you a freebie. I know you're excited. I know you want to get out there looking at homes, but eventually we will need to get to that point where we get you with a reputable lender. And I do recommend you work with a lender that is local to your market. There are a lot of online resources like Quicken Loans, Rocket Mortgage, things like that. And they can sometimes do a good job, but sometimes because they have such a steady flow of customers coming in through online that they never have to meet in person, they treat you more like a number instead of a person. I work with several lenders who work hand in hand with my clients, meet with them in person, and go over everything in detail. And it's just a much smoother transaction because keep in mind, you're putting a pretty hefty deposit down that could be taken away from you if you don't follow the contract and get your loan approved in time. And the contract does specify a loan approval period. And if that period passes without your loan approval, you're locked in. And if you don't close, you could lose your escrow deposit. So make sure you're with a lender who you can actually reach on the phone. Finally, I just want to make sure that you're prepared to make an offer and that your seller is willing to accept that offer. Nothing is more disconcerting when a seller gets 5 offers and yours doesn't have a pre-approval letter, so they don't know whether you're qualified or not. They may like your offer the best, but I've seen people take offers that were less than the other offer, but the person that made the lower offer had a pre-qualification letter and the person that made the higher offer didn't. So there's a reason and rhyme to all we do, but at the end of the day, check with your real estate agent and make sure they are working with a great lender that can help you through that process and give you valuable information to help you make a better educated decision when buying your next home.